Contact tracing is a big focus for the Marion County Health Department after two COVID concerns during March Madness. One, a student from Alabama who died from COVID after attending the tournament here. And two, St. Elmo's announcing 9 of its employees tested positive for the virus. The restaurant shut down early this weekend for a deep clean to protect customers. IPS is welcoming middle and high school students back for in-person learning starting tomorrow. Until now, they've been on a hybrid schedule. Remote learning students were also given the option to switch to in-person, but that deadline was on Friday. And don't forget, the statewide mask mandate becomes an advisory on Tuesday. Local governments can still require them, though, like Marion County, which is extending its mandate. For the second year in a row, Easter celebrations looked a lot different because of the worldwide pandemic. NBC's Sarah Harmon tonight shares some of the new COVID concerns now popping up this holiday weekend.
Today, Pope Francis holding an unusually socially distanced Easter Mass, addressing those suffering due to the pandemic and calling vaccines an essential tool in the fight against COVID-19. The Easter tradition impacted by COVID for a second year, with Italy once again under national lockdown, hoping to avoid a repeat of the disaster they suffered at the start of the pandemic. Across Europe, a similar story, with tougher restrictions in France, Poland, and Germany.
I think it definitely makes people not want to go out as much because the rules have become so much stricter.
In Paris, fire-ravaged Notre Dame Cathedral remained closed after President Macron imposed a third national lockdown, sending Parisians racing out of the city. In England, restaurants and pubs remain shut, but outdoor meetups are now permitted, allowing the Queen and Prince Charles to take a socially distanced Easter stroll. Back in the U.S., vaccinations are speeding up, with more than 1 in 3 American adults having received at least 1 dose. But there are growing concerns over a new wave as cases surge, particularly in Michigan and the Northeast. Easter weekend has brought a huge number of travelers. The TSA screened 1.5 million people at airports on Friday. As health officials warn, it's now a race between the vaccine and the new variants. Speaking of those new variants, the first U.S. case of the Indian variant has just been confirmed in the state of California by researchers at Stanford University. The Indian variant is a so-called double mutant, which could make it even more contagious. Sarah Harmon, NBC News, London.